We did it, comic book community. Welcome to 2021, our very first video of the year. Good to have you guys back here for Comic Talk. The poll list brought to you by the Vaughn and only There Can Be Only Vaughn. And of course, you can always catch this segment live over on twitch.tv/ThereCanBeOnlyVaughn. King Midas in the house, of course. And what we have to you today is our NCBD New Comic Book Day books. A lot of books that we're going to discuss because of Future State, King in Black, indie goodness. Man, you guys are gonna love this video. Just want to give a quick shout out to everyone in the chat in the live segment. If you guys again go over to Twitch, you guys can join in on all the fun, talk with the community, and then later on catch the VOD over on YouTube. So, quick little update. I had knee surgery last week, so I wasn't able to do our first video of the year last Wednesday on the 6th. So here we are on the 13th, ready to show you guys some great pickups, and I hope you guys enjoy some of these books that are going to carry us into 2021. So without further ado, let's get on over to those indies. First up, I'm going to share a very special book with you because this is a very obscure, abstract, if you will, independent book by one of my favorite independent creators, artist and writer, Terry Moore. This is serial number 1 from Abstract Studios. What's interesting about this is like a continuation, like a spiritual successor to one of my favorite horror comics of all time, which is on the back, Rachel Rising. If you guys love horror, I encourage you to check out Mr. Moore's work. Serial follows one of the characters from that pivotal 35, I think, how many issues did it go? 30 something issues, I believe. Maybe no more than that. Wow. I'm talking about one of my favorite comic books and I don't even know how many issues it went. So anyway, yeah, this is like a spiritual successor, a continuation of one of the characters. Check it out if you love horror comics. I highly suggest it. Moving on, I heard this, a lot of people were talking about this from Boombox. This is The Last Witch. I wish I could tell you a little bit more about this book, but I really don't know too much. So we're diving into it for the first time. This is the variant cover from Boombox, The Last Witch. It seems like a little bit childish with the art directed towards kids, but I imagine it's nonetheless, whether it's an all ages book or not, I'm sure it's a great read. And I think there's a lot of books here that were kind of tied in from last week as well. So you'll see a couple of books from last week kind of thrown in here too. But this is Something is Killing the Children, issue number 13. So I guess I picked up another copy by accident. But this book is so hot that if you're not getting 2-3 copies of each book, I think you're missing out. They're all going to go up in price. Even issue 5 and issue 6 are like $50-$60, and they only came out a year ago. So keep an eye on that. Again, another horror comic, Erica Slaughter. I mean, you create a character with that name, like, of course you want to check it out. So again, another issue number 1 book that came out maybe a month ago or so, but we picked it up today because I also picked up issue 2, which dropped today. So this is the Chimerian, the Frost Giant's Daughter, number 1, Peach Momoko, cover A, right there on this book. This is just a Conan independent book about Conan, the Chimerian there, and why it's been significant this year, or this week rather, is because of the covers, right? So this is issue number 2, a little risque for you guys there. So we were a little risque in the Twitch chat earlier. So there's that, and then there's the cover B. So enjoy that for what you will. There you go, Chimerian, Frost Giant's Daughter, issue number 2. And I also got the Virgin cover there because you know, pops out a little bit more now, doesn't it? There you go, variant cover there. The big Image book this week from the creators of Ice Cream Man, you got Ha Ha, issue number 1. And of course, a lot of people hate clowns, but what's better than a horror comic about a clown who's just had enough? Nothing is going his way. I don't think you need to say any more about that. Get your horror comics, comic book community. You guys are gonna love it. And here's the B cover for that. Pick up number 1s. If you want to pick up a couple of issues, or a couple of covers, if they're number 1s, I always do. We got some additional printings here. Second printing here of Department of Truth, issue number 2. So Reagan's got the blue suit on instead of the normal colored suit. And then we have the third printing for issue number 1. Hot series from Image right now. Another really good book, kind of in the horror, like suspense department as well. So if you guys like those style books, I highly suggest giving that a read. I'm gonna say that's everything. Highly suggest giving it a read. Another Image book, another horror Image book, Homesick Pilots, issue number 2. Issue number 1 was pretty good. It's about this girl who enters this house, and it's kind of like, it's almost like Hill House, where there's something weird about the place and nobody ever like leaves. And she has like some sort of rock band and gets really upset and wants to figure out what happened to somebody that got lost in the house. So she goes there herself because she has nowhere else to go. One night, the band is all arguing or something, and you know, she ends up in the house. So we're gonna figure out what the Nuclear Bastards, I think that's one of the band names, are doing in the house in issue number 2. All right, we're going to move on to DC now. This is a Vertigo book, or a Black Label, rather. American Vampire, 1976, issue number 4. Continuing to follow Pearl and Skinner's Suite. Dracula made an appearance in the last issue, so they're going to continue with figuring out what his involvement is in the 70s there. And now we're moving into Future State. So these are all new number 1s. We're going to figure out what's going on in all these books. Future State is, of course, actual continuity. So this is actually stuff that's happening in the future. I can't remember how many years ahead than it is right now in the continuity of DC books, right after Death Metal. But Future State, this is Dark Detective. Bruce is on the run. Vigilantes are not welcome in Gotham, so anyone wearing a mask gets prosecuted to the full extent of the law, whether you're a bad guy or a good guy. And there's a reason why Bruce is, you know, not Batman anymore. So we're gonna try to figure out what his involvement is in Gotham right now, or you know, during Future State. Now we have Robin Eternal again, Tim Drake, not Damian, which is surprising. So figure out what Robin's doing in Future State. We have Teen Titans number 1. I think this is one of the hotter ones this week because of Red X, character that's making his long-awaited debut in comics. He was featured in a Teen Titans episode on Cartoon Network at some point. So it's a character that's been created already, but this is first time in comics. So in this Teen Titans book here. Superman, Wonder Woman. Issue number 1, first time the new Superman and the new Wonder Woman team up. Kara Zor-El, Superwoman. Now she's Supergirl. Kara is going by Supergirl now. So this is Supergirl getting her, or Superwoman, excuse me. Supergirl getting her own new series here as Superwoman. And then this is the cardstock variant on the back there. Two more issues for Future State. We have Green Lantern, issue number 1, following John Stewart. I think there's stories here about, oh, there it is, Guy Gardner and Jessica Cruz as well, so backup stories. The new Superwoman and Superman are also two different people, by the way. It's not your traditional, it's not Diana Prince and it's not Clark Kent. Jonathan Kent as Superman and Yara, oh my god, I can't remember Wonder Woman's name. And the last Future State book for the week is Justice League. Superman, Batman, the new Batman there, Green Lantern, Flash, Wonder Woman, and is it Aqualad, the female Aqualad? I think she goes by a different name though, so you have that there as well. And we also got the cardstock variant because I thought this one popped really nicely. Checking out those new costumes, new designs for each one of the members of this Future State Justice League. Alright, now we're going to finish it off with Marvel, guys. Immortal Hulk issue number 42. We're finally getting to some of the penultimate story. I think it's the penultimate story arc before the final arc for Immortal Hulk. Then we got the Nullified cover there with She-Hulk. I thought that one was super badass. We picked that up. And of course, a throwback to a Tales to Astonish. Anytime Silver Surfer is on any kind of cover, you got to pick it up because it's just classic. Ode to like some classic Tales to Astonish covers. So I thought this one was amazing. Picked that one up as well. Moving on, we have Sword issue number 2. I'm going to go ahead and give this one more read because it is kind of like a King in Black tie-in, even though it doesn't have the moniker on the book itself. Sword is just an X-Men mutant rogue group that they're up in space, so they're like the Guardians of the Galaxy equivalent for the X-Men up there in space. I'm gonna give it another read. I didn't really enjoy issue 1 as much, but you know, 1-2 punch, I always give it another go. And you never know when cool things happen in books like these. Some books have out of nowhere gone viral or exploded in value in no-name like C-level books, so never know with that one. Spider-Man 57, we're still in the Last Remains. This is like Last Remains post-mortem. We're still dealing with Kindred, not sure what's going on there. When are they going to move on? Why is Spider-Man not featured in King in Black? Find out. This one came out last week, but I was able to snag a copy this week. They held it for me. So much buzz. Everyone, this comic book is sold out. There's already a second printing on the way. All the variants are overpriced to the moon. This is Star Wars The High Republic issue number 1. If you're a big Star Wars fan and don't have this book, you're missing out. Marvel, Star Wars, Disney continuity happening in these books. Star Wars into 2021 is gonna be huge. It's so hot right now after that Disney all call with what, 12 new Star Wars shows coming. It's gonna be awesome, guys. So again, this book came out last week as well, but I was able to snag a variant cover for this. This is Venom 32, the Alien cover. This month, Alien, all the Marvel comics are getting these variant covers with Alien on the books. They're doing variants with Alien. I thought this one was the best one, the little face-off between the Xenomorph and Venom, because Marvel just bought the property for Alien and Predator, so they're going to be making Alien versus Predator comics in the near future. Return of the Valkyries, again, another book from last week, but I didn't snag the cover A. So this is Jane Foster and the other Valkyries. King in Black tie-in there. Planet of the Symbiotes is one of the big Knoll book for this week, issue number 1. I think this is a one-shot. So King in Black tie-in again. Knoll's just taking over, guys. Thunderbolts, issue number 1. Kingpin has set up a team of misfits, so he's got Rhino here, Taskmaster, Batrock is on the team, a couple of other misfits as well. But Thunderbolts have always been kind of like the villains thrown together. So this is Kingpin, Mayor Kingpin. If you guys didn't know, he's now the new mayor of New York City. Thunderbolts issue number 1. And of course, it's just a King in Black tie-in, so it's not like a new ongoing or anything. Last but not least, the hottest book of the week, Gwenom versus Carnage number 1, King in Black tie-in. Ghost Spider, Gwen Stacy taking over as symbiote. What's Carnage got to do with this? We're gonna find out. And we have a variant cover as well there. Gwenom versus Carnage. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for Wednesday, January 13th, 2021 for New Comic Book Day. I hope you guys enjoyed all the picks this week. Tell me what you guys think about Future State, about King in Black. Is it grabbing your attention? All this Star Wars news, drop a comment down below. Please like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me to continue talking comic books with you each and every day. And of course, join our Discord. We have a community there for all things pop culture, but more importantly, there is a comic channel, and we can talk day in, day out about your guys' collections, about your pickups, and any kind of grails, hauls that you pick up. Be exciting 24/7 over there in the Discord. Thank you very much, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to check out the other ones and tune in live every Wednesday, twitch.tv/ThereCanBeOnlyVaughn for the live iteration of the Comic Talk, showing off the pull list. So I appreciate it, guys. Top guy out, and remember to always bag 'em boredom.